When the skies above Kenya opened with a wrathful downpour in April 2024, the streets of Nairobi and numerous rural landscapes were transformed into turbulent rivers. Houses, built with optimism and hard work, succumbed to the merciless floodwaters, leaving behind silted ruins and shattered lives. This devastating deluge, which claimed homes, livestock, and, tragically, lives, served as a cataclysmic reminder of nature's power and the perilousness of our disregard for environmental balance. The catastrophic floods that swept through Kenya in 2024 were not mere acts of an unpredictable climate. They were, to a significant extent, fashioned by human hands. Nairobi, a city praised for its vibrant culture and significant economic contributions, saw its poorest areas hardest hit. Here, where informal settlements crowd the riverbanks, the floodwaters were both literally and metaphorically a rising tide of ignored warnings. In these sprawling informal settlements, the relationship between poverty and environmental injustice is starkly visible. Roads became impassable, and emergency services were often hours away, when accessible at all. The narratives emerging from these areas spoke of a disaster foretold, where the convergence of inadequate urban planning and the harsh realities of climate change crafted a recipe for recurring tragedies. Moreover, the environmental degradation that exacerbated this calamity was long in the making. Deforestation has bared much of Kenya's once lush landscapes, unable to absorb the torrential rains, and poor agricultural practices have stripped the soil of its cohesion. When the heavens opened, the water, unimpeded by foliage or absorbed by the earth, cascaded with unprecedented vigor through villages and towns, engulfing everything in its path. The sight of uprooted trees and wildlife carcasses drifting past submerged cars was a chilling illustration of the broader ecological disarray. As Kenya begins the arduous task of rebuilding, there is a palpable need to reflect not only on the reconstruction of buildings, but also on the restoration of minds. The disaster has stripped bare many harsh truths about how urban areas develop, how the poor are disproportionately exposed to environmental risks, and how short-sighted policies can turn natural events into national emergencies. In urban Nairobi, discussions are now turning towards sustainable urban planning. There is a growing acknowledgement that resilience against such natural disasters lies not only in stronger infrastructure but also in smarter, greener policy decisions. Conversations are centered around reimagining city spaces where nature is not an adversary but an ally. Initiatives are being drafted to introduce rigorous environmental impact assessments for all new urban projects. Similarly, in rural areas, the conversation is shifting towards more sustainable agricultural practices and reforestation efforts. Communities are beginning to understand that they hold the power not just to rebuild, but to rethink and reform their interaction with the natural world. The government, alongside international aid organizations, is pioneering projects to replant native trees and restore wetlands, which are crucial for water absorption and biodiversity. Indeed, the floods in Kenya call for a broader reckoning with our relationship with nature. They underscore the urgent need to respect and integrate natural ecosystems in our developmental policies. The choices to be made in the wake of this disaster might well decide not just the future of Kenya's flood resilience, but also the broader environmental legacy we leave for future generations. As the Kenyan community picks up the pieces, their resolve is being tested in ways they never anticipated. Yet, amidst the devastation, there is a burgeoning sense of hope and a call to action. It is a reminder that even in our darkest hours, the human spirit is capable of inspiring change and fostering a renewed respect for the natural world. Recognizing and adapting to the realities of our environment is no longer a choice but a necessity for survival and sustainability. This disaster, grievous as it has been, offers profound lessons on the vital importance of coexisting harmoniously with our surroundings, preserving not just for today, but for all tomorrows.